What's up, guys? I'm Jonathan Kim. I'm 32 years old and I live in Las Colinas, Texas, with my two beautiful daughters and my amazing wife. And I'm gonna cook some leftovers for you guys today. So earlier today, we went to McDonald's and we picked up some food, so we got some leftovers. So let's see what we had. We have some chicken nuggets, French fries, and some sweet and sour sauce. Yes. So with these three things, I'm gonna make you guys an amazing Dan Dan noodles. My take with this stuff. So let's get it, let's go. All right, guys, so for our Dan Dan noodles, we're gonna have a few ingredients. First, we're gonna start off with the scallions, the ginger, the garlic, cilantro, mung bean sprouts, and then this ground beef, as well as some Chinese kind of lo mein style noodles. These are called Canton dry noodles. These are the large kind. And then obviously the sweet and sour sauce, the fried chicken nuggets, and then the French fries. We're also going to be using a few sauces here. First is this Ching King vinegar, some Kikkoman soy sauce, and then this is some red pepper paste that I actually made. So what's in here is red pepper, ginger, garlic, salt, and onion, and as well as some sugar. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and prep our ingredients. We're gonna start off with these scallions first. And so I'm gonna separate the tops of the scallions with the bottom of the scallions. And the reason why we do that is because the oniony part we're actually going to cook with the chicken and some ground beef that we have. But the tops we're actually going to use kind of as a garnish and as a finish. So let's go ahead and get these ready. Place these in the trash can. And for these, I'm actually going to kind of split down the middle here. And then we'll dice these pretty, not too fine, probably about the size that we think the chicken and the ground beef will be. Okay, I'm gonna put these off to the side here. All right, so we finished these scallions. Next, we're gonna do the garlic. And the garlic we'll put in with the stir fry with the chicken. So probably need, I like to have a lot of garlic, so probably 4 cloves. Let's do 5. Decided on 5. So, smash this. Alright, so we smashed all this garlic. I'm going to get the ends of these garlics off because they're not tasty. Take those off. We'll peel them out. And with these, we'll smash through them a little bit. Okay, and with this garlic, I want to get it really minced, so I'm going to put a little salt on it. And then we'll kind of mince it together into a paste.
You really want to get it smashed and ground down so you don't have a big old chunk of garlic in your mouth when you're eating. I wouldn't mind it so much, but I know most people don't like that. So I'm going to smash this down. I think this is actually pretty good. So I'll put this off to the side too. That right there. And then the next thing we're going to do is get this ginger. I'm going to peel the ginger using this spoon here. And I want a nice long piece of ginger because I'm going to do a little special thing at the end for you guys. So we're going to peel these really long and thin. And then also I'm going to smash a little bit and kind of grind it up like I did the ginger so that we can put it in the mixture with the chicken nuggets. Okay. What is this off? We got most of this off, so this is my trash bin right here. Okay. There's still a little bit left on the tip. So I went ahead and took the rest of it off. So you see how you want it nice and clean like that? Alright. So I want these real nice and thin. Okay. These we're going to save for later. I'll show you guys at the end what we use these for. You want to make sure that they're kind of even in size. Yeah, I think this one needs a little bit more cutting. Perfect. And then we'll put this long ginger right here. And then, so for the Dan Dan sauce, you don't want as much ginger in there, so I'm going to use a lot less ginger than I would garlic. And that's because ginger can kind of take over the flavor of a dish, so you want to be careful with it. So I'll smash this up too, kind of like we did that garlic. And since we'll put these both in at the same time, I'm going to mix it up with this ginger here. I mean the garlic here, so no problem. Also, one of these mung bean sprouts, these have been washed. And this cilantro, this is just some leftover cilantro. As you can tell, most of the top has been already used. We used it for a different dish. I used it actually for some chicken salad banh mi the other day, but we have this much left over. So I'm going to use this just as a garnish. And a little extra brightness and a little extra, like, you know, when you eat more cilantro, it makes you feel a little bit more healthy. Like you're getting the vegetables in for the day. So we're going to put this on the top of our Dan Dan noodles. All right, so with these scallion tops, I'm going to do something a little bit different than you guys have probably seen. So I'm going to use this little tool here. I don't even know what to call it. But if you go to like an Asian grocery store, usually like a Korean one, you can get these. And what it's meant to do is actually make really thin, long strips out of this scallions. And then I'll put them in some ice cold water so they kind of like run together and then they'll kind of curl up. And so I'll show you one and then we'll go through all of them real quick. So you take it from the top all the way down to the bottom. See how it strips like that? And sometimes you have to do it again, which is not a big deal. And you can have small pieces, long pieces. It really doesn't matter that much. Just make sure you get through all of it. And they're already starting to curl up a little bit here. See that? So I'll do the rest of them like that too. Okay. Go a little faster. It's taking forever. All right, so we got these scallions all cut up like into little bunches like this. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put this into this ice bath. And this does a couple of things. First, it makes all the scallions kind of tense up and turn into little curls like that. But then also gets rid of some of that onioniness, which can be a little bit strong since we're gonna use this as a garnish. And so I'm gonna go ahead and leave this in here for a second. And then we'll take it out and then dry it off on this paper towel right here. And then this will also help keep its color too. So make sure that it stays nice and green. Take this out. All right, and that's it.
So by this time, you guys are probably thinking, okay, we've been talking about all this stuff. Where are the leftovers? They're right here. So we're gonna prep the leftovers that we have. So we have these chicken nuggets. And then we have the sweet and sour sauce. And we have these French fries. Yes. As you can tell, they are truly leftovers. Okay, so what we're gonna do with this stuff is first with the chicken nuggets, I'm gonna peel the skins off, or like I wouldn't really call it a skin, I would more call it a breading, because honestly, who knows what this chicken nugget really is. It might be chicken, it might not be, but we're gonna go ahead and peel this breading off, and I'm gonna use this chicken actually in the Dan Dan noodle sauce. And we're actually not going to throw away this breading either, because we have a plan for it. Is I'm going to use it as a topping. So I'm going to dice the breading and then the French fries together, and then I'm going to make a crispy topping for our Dan Dan noodles, which is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to add some more seasoning and stuff in there, so it's going to be pretty awesome. So let me go ahead and finish taking all this stuff off. And then what I'll do is I'll combine the chicken nuggets with the ground beef. And that'll be the base of our Dan Dan noodles. Okay, so let me get the rest of this off. You know, the more I look at it, the more it doesn't look like chicken nuggets. I don't know what this is, but it's probably not chicken. I feel like it's closer to like firm tofu. I don't know. Oof. Which is not a terrible thing. When you're eating chicken nuggets though, you're not expecting to eat tofu. Alright, so I got this all off here. And then we'll prep that in a second with these chicken nuggets. Since they are really soft, I want to be actually kind of gentle on them. I want to make sure they stay in like little pieces. I feel like if I over chop it, it's just going to turn into mush. I definitely do not want that to happen, because I want you guys to kind of know that you're eating a chicken nugget. Maybe I shouldn't let you know that you're eating a chicken nugget. Who knows? If it's gross, we'll dice it a little bit more later, but right now I think it'll be okay. Yeah, about that size. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That could pass for chicken. Okay. Do the rest of this stuff here. Okay, so we have our chicken nuggets all diced into little cubes like that, not too small. And then we're gonna dice up these French fries and then this breading. And so I want to make this actually really fine. So you can't really tell it's gonna be a French fry. You're not gonna be able to tell what it is. You're just gonna be able to tell that it's crispy and delicious.
And honestly, the reason why I'm doing that is because soggy French fries really suck. And so making a crispy topping out of it is a perfect way to kind of let you remember the crispiness of that French fry. So we're going to make these real small. Let me see, I might actually do it a little finer than this. This is actually a little bit too thick, I think. Yes. And my thought behind this is kind of like that bread topping you get on like mac and cheese, or like the crispy topping you get on top of like a pasta sometimes. It's to add that extra texture in the dish that it normally wouldn't have, because usually when you have dan dan noodles, there's really not anything crunchy in there. Okay, nice. This is pretty close to where I want it. Yeah, I think that's good. And then the next thing we'll do is get the breading the same size here. We probably won't use all of this breading and all of this French fries, but I mean, just in case, it's nice to have. If we need it, we have it. If we don't, we'll throw it away. Yeah, so with this breading, we're gonna keep getting it real small, just like we did the French fry. And so I know it's kind of a lot. It's a lot more breading and stuff than the chicken, but I'm just gonna cut it all up. If we can use it right now, that'd be great. And if we can't, maybe we can use it in something else later, but at least we'll have it just in case. Let's talk a little bit about the sauce. So we're gonna use the sweet and sour as the base. And obviously you guys have had this before. It's sweet, not really sour, more sweet. So I'm gonna actually emphasize the sourness a little bit more by adding this Chinese vinegar. It's called Chingking vinegar. And then also I'm gonna emphasize a little bit of the saltiness by adding some of the soy sauce. And then I'll balance it out with the sugar. I'm gonna add 2 of these in here to begin with and see where we're at. Add probably a tablespoon of this vinegar here. Okay, and then let me throw this away too. Okay, and then I'm probably gonna do 1 to 1, so a tablespoon of the soy sauce too. Let me mix this up and see what it tastes like. That's one of the most important things about sauces and stuff. You want to really taste it to see if it's good. If it doesn't taste good as a sauce, it's not going to taste good. Okay, definitely still really sweet. Need more vinegar. Saltiness is okay. Yeah, this chopstick, spoon, sucks. Yeah, that's a lot better. Get this chopstick to really incorporate this. Okay, so we have this going here. Let me try it. It's pretty good, but still really sweet. Man, that sweet and sour sauce is crazy sweet. I'm gonna use 1 more tablespoon. Actually, I'm gonna put a little fish sauce in here. And the fish sauce will add a bunch of saltiness and actually add a little bit of that umami flavor. Now, I originally wasn't planning on using it, but I think it could really use it to kind of kick it up a little bit. Okay, it's definitely coming together. A little bit more fish sauce. I want to add just enough so that you don't actually smell it or taste it, but it's just a little bit more salty and the flavor's a little bit more rounded. Oh yeah, much better. And just a pinch of salt in here. All right, so we'll use this as our Dan Dan noodle sauce.
All right, so for us to start off our Dan Dan noodles, the first thing I did was put some water in this pot and get it boiling. And just like with any noodle, you want to put a good amount of salt in this boiling water. So I'm gonna put, it's probably three heaping pinches of salt in here. All right, so we're gonna start off by putting these noodles in this boiling water. And this takes about 9 to 11 minutes to get ready, so that should be plenty of time to finish our Dan Dan noodle sauce. Just hold this over a little bit so it softens up. And then let me get this chopstick in here. And the good thing with these noodles is they don't stick too bad, but you have to keep it moving. So we'll go ahead and get this on there and put the cover on. All right, and the next thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and get this ground beef cooking with a little bit of oil. Not too much oil because the ground beef will... All right, so I had some leftover ground beef, so we're gonna add this too. And I don't wanna add too much because I wanna add just about the same amount of chicken to ground beef. So I want the mixture to be 50-50. So I think actually I could use a little bit more ground beef than that. And then we'll just get this cooking. And I'm going to cook the ground beef first because then add our scallions and our ginger. Okay. All right, so this ground beef is almost all the way cooked. I'm going to go ahead and add the scallion bottoms here. And then I'll save the ginger and garlic for a little bit later so it doesn't burn. And you want to keep breaking up the ground beef. So again, like it's similar size to that chicken nugget. Now I'll add a little seasoning in here now, just a little bit of salt, not too much, because when we add that Dan Dan noodle sauce, it's going to have a lot of salt in it. And I actually forgot, but we're going to need some Szechuan peppercorn. And so I had some here. So we're going to actually add some Szechuan peppercorns in here. And not too much, but you want to kind of layer it throughout the dish. And so I'm going to mix this up right now, and I'm going to add this when I add the ginger and the garlic. And this will add that numminess that you get when you have Szechuan cooking. And obviously Dan Dan noodles are from Szechuan cooking, so you want to have some of that numb flavor built into the dish. So we're going to get this in here now, do this cooking. Alright. And then we'll add the ginger and garlic here. And then we'll also add this pepper paste. And I like it spicy, so I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of it. Already good, isn't it? You know, talking about the sauce. Okay, so got this kind of cooking here, getting really well incorporated. And then I'm going to push this off to the side.
Then now I'm gonna add the chicken nuggets. So I'm gonna add it right on top of that oil. So I want it to get kind of crispy. So we add it right there. Yes. And I waited to the very end to add it. Because again, this chicken meat, this faux chicken meat is very soft. So I don't want it to overcook and get super duper mushy.